Hey folks, Captain John from Captain John's Salt Life, and today right behind me is a project that we've taken on for one of our dear customers that left his inflatable dinghy rib. Anyway, it's his tender that goes back and forth to shore while he leaves his big boat offshore. He left it in the water too long. Let's go take a look to see what happened. All right, we're in Tampa Bay, Florida here. And this debris down here has taken, I don't know, 3 days. But here's the deal. This is a barnacle buildup. I'm going to show you. This is the right side of the boat. See how barnacled up it is? All the way back. A lot of work. So, trying to educate my customers not to do such a thing is helpful in some ways to others and not so knowledgeable to others that just like to do things and think it's not going to happen. Well, this is kind of like both. He was in a pinch because his davits on the back of his catamaran gave way and we need to get them repaired. But we didn't put our minds fast enough together to say, hey, I've got a jet ski, a trailer that I just built, and so we used it to go underneath the inflatable and brought it over here to the yard. I want to show you a couple tools that I'm using. All right. I'm going to set that down for just a second. Okay. So we have two scrapers here. One is very dull and rounded at the ends, and one is brand new and flat and sharp. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to use the dull one around the inflatable, and I want to use the sharp one up underneath the hull. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to set that right down here. I hope you got a good view here. All right. I'm going to rest on my board here. And while I'm talking, I'm rolling my cart around so I can get to an area that I can show you what time effort it takes to take this stuff off. It's slow process. So a little bit each day. All right. Hear that? Sounds like aluminum. This is the sharp one, remember? It's not rounded at the edges. The other one is rounded at the edges and it's dull. So what I've been doing for the last 4 days, see, this is all rubber right here, so you don't want to damage that either, okay? I don't like to do this, but this is a good customer of mine. And he's a super nice guy, so I don't mind going the extra yard and helping him out. I'll probably have a week's worth of work here. And even getting underneath it is a pain in the butt. All right, so as I'm doing this, I'm just showing you how difficult it is to come off. Okay. All right, you got the point. Not an easy project, absolutely not. Okay, and then we get the dull one, and we just go, and we rub it back and forth. And what we're doing is knocking off as much as calcium as we can. Okay, I'm not gouging, I'm just rubbing. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Well, actually, let's do the little rubber piece here. All right, now this is dull. So see, I'm not even scraping, I am rubbing. Okay, and see how the plastic piece is going in a little bit? Now, some people say that you could do this in the water. Well, how in the heck are you gonna do this in the water? Remember, that's why I don't use the points. I can't use this tool because it'll puncture it. So I have one that's rounded off, designed just for this. And it reminds me every time I do this why I even take this job on. But you gotta just go slow, right? You take a little bit off at a time, just like that, right? Just a little bit off at a time. Look at that. So I'm not even applying pressure right now, okay? I am just knocking what I call the top layer of roughness off. Okay, now that area is done. It's still dull, very dull, no buildup. Now I'll go just a little bit lighter until nothing comes off, and nothing's really coming off, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, with that said, let me get out of here. 4 days of cleaning all this, all the way up to the bow. All right, I want you to take a good look at what's going on here because I'm upside down. See the rust or the tar, the water discolored, everything. All that's going to be brand new when we're done. This was 4 days, so it'll be about 8 days by the time we're even close to being done. And then what I'm going to do, is I'm going to bathe it. But meanwhile, we have to continue on wiping down the hull. I'm not going to show you the whole process. We're just going to get to it. I showed you a little bit of what you need to do to take. There's your dull one. To take a little bit, and you just take your time. See the flat side? See this side? You don't want to do that. You want to stay flat. You think it's coming off? I'm just knocking off. See, that could easily pop. I don't want you to apply pressure at all. I just want you to knock off the big stuff. Okay. Now that the big stuff's off, go a little bit, back over it again. There's a seam right there, so you don't want to jab into the seam, so you marry up with the seam like this. Take your time. And you come back, and you go back and forth, back and forth. It's almost like it's a metal sandpaper. Oh, see that? Okay. And we don't want to get any more aggressive than that. Okay. All right. Let me get up for now. Now you know what it takes to clean a dinghy or an inflatable or a tender if you leave the barnacles in the water. Now this was only a week, maybe 2. So bear with me. All right. If you like this type of work, support me. Please subscribe, pass it on to a friend. How to clean barnacles off of a dinghy or an inflatable or a tender that's been left in the water too long and has barnacles on it. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I got some chemicals here. It's a mixture of my concoction that actually works. And we have to, if you look at this area right here, I just did it, okay? But if you look at this area right down here, I didn't. So watch what I'm doing here. And this takes a lot of effort. But I've got myself a brush here, and in my concoction, it is a cleaner. And I'm going to do this little area right here. It doesn't look like much, but I'm going to do this right in front of you to show you that this is the way it needs to be done. And there's no rushing. I'm talking about very tedious job here. Okay. No, it does not come off easy. Alright? But between the chemicals and patience, it will slowly come off. And now I'm just doing this one section for you so you can see what I'm doing. And then we'll skip forward clean the boat, and I'll show you the end product. But for right now, put this down so you can see a little bit better. Okay. All right. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference between here and here? And all this was clean. And this just took a little bit of time. We'll probably go over that once or twice more. Okay. And then we're going to have to go all the way down the hull here. Well, now that we're nearing the end of the video here, I'm going to show you my little tricks here. I got one of these guys. I've been using it for years, actually. It's waterproof. And I got my own solution in here. And this is what I'm doing. And this is why it's taking so long. It's nothing fast. I mean, there's a lot of, scrubbing after. This is after you get the barnacles off. You're doing your best to, the barnacles and the salt water. It actually discolored the hull. And I'm doing my best to clean it back up again. And the solution that I'm using is the mix between, you're not gonna believe it, Bartenders Comet, the Bartenders cleaning solution, and CLR. So if you ever want to do this yourself, this is how you do it, little by little. This is not coming off that easy, but if you just take your time and do a little bit at a time, then take a break, a little bit at a time, take a break. I'm going to shut this off because it is kind of a little noisy, but I'm going to hose it down here real quick for you, and I'll show you what we did. All right? See how white it is? Look at that. So all that was a discoloration. Unfortunately, we're not able to take off the stains on the rubber. Yeah, that is unfortunate. So I'm just going to keep on plugging away like this, and we're going to give the boat back to the customer here shortly. I probably got another 2 hours on the boat, and oh boy, it really does look good. Okay, we are getting so close to finishing this boat up here and give it back to its rightful owner. And so what we did earlier is we started cleaning the hull. See how shiny it is? It's all cleaned up now. I'm going to be removing this, sliding it to the side, because that's the only area that is holding up the boat right now, and underneath there is still dirty. And it is finally finished. Our little buddy is complete. Do you remember when we first started this project, how caked up it was with barnacles and oysters all the way around? And now all the oysters and barnacles have been removed carefully, very carefully, without popping it. And then today I get a call from the owner. The lift is ready. Their lift is ready to be, so Buddy can be put back on the boat and see if she fits. But that was a job, a big job. And I'm telling you what, it took weeks in preparation, the proper tools, proper chemicals, and it's finally finished. And I'm so happy with it. I am so happy. It is so clean. It's 100% different. But I gotta tell you, folks, that's my last one. These jobs, removing the barnacles off of dinghies like this, it's not only scary because you could pop it, and this is a very expensive tender dinghy, and I'm so glad nothing happened to it. And now it's getting ready to be put back on the trailer, and the trailer is sitting right back here. Okay, in order to get that out, I got to get creative, and I got to move these guys around and use that trailer put the dinghy on, bring it back to the customer tomorrow, reverse the process, put that dinghy, that jet ski on that trailer that's in the back, and clean everything up. But anyway, thank you for sticking with me through this process. And if you liked the video or liked anything that I might have said throughout the video, give me that thumbs up. This is a very difficult job. Nobody really wants to do a job like this. And so I took the project on because I've done it before and have the right tools. But if it wasn't for you allowing me to have these videos, I'm very thankful for you out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Hit that notification bell too. Give me that thumbs up, pass it on to a friend, and just maybe they have to clean their own dinghy. They might pick up some words. I didn't show you everything, but it was enough to get you started and help you through the process. It's not a fast process, as you know. It took 3 weeks. All right, have a good day, and I am out.
Back down. What's that? Hold it down.
All right. All right, we're here at the boat ramp, city boat ramp, and then we come on down. Just double checking everything. Let's go ahead and get this crank. Unhook it. Put that up there. Nothing else would be holding it. Did you want to get in the boat? Okay.
I just don't want to mess up your movie.
Nope. He said he didn't want to mess up the movie.
Okay.
I was going to paint this for you, but I guess I forgot about that.
No problem.
But I did notice something here. Your speedometer, right, when you put it on?
Yeah.
We need to warm that up. And that looks like, it looks like you got super glue.
Yeah.
And just put it back on, super glue, like that.
Yeah.
So if you see that, that's the issue there.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep, just a little super glue, stick it on there and you'll be fine.
Yep.
Gas. Pump your bulb.
Those are my, I beg your pardon?
Pump the bulb.
Yeah, my spare tanks.
Yes, in case you run out. Perfect.
I hate running out of gas.
Okay, let's see how you do. Oh, look at you. Go in there.
Not bad for an old man.
Like a spec op guy. Just jump on in. Do you want to, the wind's blowing this way. Do you want to lower your motor?
I'll lower it as soon as we get there.
Are you able to do that from the inside of the boat?
The trim right here.
Okay. I'll go ahead and fire it up and...
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Movie still going?
Oh, it's going.
Spectacular, John.
Let's see if we can,
1-800 Captain John.
yeah. Don't leave your boat in the water anymore.
I should probably hurt my neighbors.
Let's go see if Chuck can wave to us as he's coming around the corner over here. So we're down here in Demon's Landing. This is where we normally put our boats in. Dock Forge is right over there. City Marina is right over here. The yacht club's back there. And so, since we got the dinghy in the water, Chuck is now going to take it back and put it on his lift, David, that got repaired. Remember I told you it was bent? And that's what this started, all this barnacle stuff on the bottom of the boat. But anyway, I see him, and he's coming around the corner, so let's see if we can get his attention. Well, we can't quite zoom in, but there he goes. What a beautiful day, though. Gorgeous. And give it a go, Chuck. Oh, he turned the hat around. That's a sign right there. Yep, and he's gone. Okay, let's go home.